My name is Melody Therrence, and I would like to respond to the questions that were asked of us. Asking, what progress have you made in developing your idea for a research topic for your capstone? And what have you learned from the course that has contributed to your clarity? Well, I initially believed that I had found a topic. However, the feedback that I received from my classes and from my instructor suggested that I narrowed the topic of interest of the population. So, choosing a specific population actually narrowed down the width or the broadness of my investigation. So, I narrowed it down to the African American population. I also learned to select the most appropriate word within my research question. My research question dealt with reversion and reverting to drug use after being released from incarceration in the African American community. But the first word that I used was backsliding. And from the suggestion from my instructor, the most appropriate word for for going back to drug use was reversion. So that helped me, and the fact that I narrowed it down to a specific population also helped with the clarity. The second question, what obstacles have you discovered in developing your research topic in this course, and what remains unclear? Some of the obstacles discovered in developing a research topic were time and finding a niche where I could make a difference. Time became an issue because I worked full time as a medication nurse in a behavioral health hospital. And I worked 12 hours, so coming home and trying to do research and read, which is required, I found that very challenging. And also finding a niche. I read numerous articles, but as a suggestion has been given by most veteran PhD professionals who have gone through the journey of writing a dissertation, finding that gap, finding that area where no one else has done any research on. And the only thing that I could think of was doing that type of research in this area. Um, that's what I'm going to be investigating and trying to bring out what has never been brought out before. Maybe including the variables of the economy and what it's like to come out and try to find employment and what's available here in the city of New Orleans. So I'm going to try to find that element or that one thing that has not been investigated that's specific to this area, but also is specific to the phenomena of interest that I am trying to research. And the last question, what are my plans as I transition from where I am now into the capstone? Well, the next thing I planned on doing is trying to find some sort of software that's going to help me with my qualitative analysis. I'm pretty confident that my approach in allowing the stories to be told by people who have gone through what I am trying to investigate. They've been released from prison, they're in reentry programs, and they are now trying to stabilize their lives. Um, so I'm going to be investigating the different areas where I will be doing my research, how I'm going to do it, who am I going to talk to, and I have a good idea who I need to talk to. I'm going to talk with some officials in the prison, criminal justice system here in New Orleans, the Orleans Parish Prison. There's actually a reentry program, the Volunteers of America, which is approximately 4 blocks away from my residence where I live. So I do have some access, and I just need to try to find a strategy based on what others have done in the literature. And I'm hoping that I will be successful. I will reach out to the resources we have at Walden. And I will also try and I'm thinking about software and how I know I'm going to use the qualitative research approach, the phenomenological approach, but making sure that I have the right framework, to choose the right framework that's going to fit my research project. And that's what I'm going to do. Thank you.